Donald Trump would flame out by now, you'd be very, very wrong. Not only does he have a substantial lead in the new CNN Iowa poll by 22% of likely caucus goers, well, you think he has the best chance to win the general election, does he? Back with me now, Robert Costa, Maria Cardona, and Rick Wilson. Maria, I'm going to say something that I say to Donna Brazil and to Anna Navarro, and it gets them really upset. I say, what? Get used to it. President Trump. Can you see? Does he have a real chance?
You know what? I think that today a lot of people, and especially Republicans, very nervous, are thinking, oh my goodness, maybe he does have a path to the nomination, because nothing that has been conventional political wisdom so far has knocked him down, whereas it would have completely demolished other candidates so far. And so if he does get the nomination, I think we can all be assured that God is a Democrat. But I'll say this, in a general election, his message, which is all bluster and bravado of, I am so strong, I am so good looking, I am so smart, everyone else is stupid, essentially, yo soy el más macho, is not going to be sustainable and is not a message that you can sell in the general election.
Everyone has said that, and so far he is sustained. So we'll see. But Rick, I mean, you must be, as well as the other candidates, but you must be beating your head against the wall at the news that large numbers of voters see Trump with the best chance of winning a general election.
Don, look, in 2007, my friend Rudy Giuliani was in a similar position. We have seen peaks of...
Well, I'm going to stop you there, but Rudy Giuliani didn't have billions of dollars to sustain. He wasn't calling into every single network every day, squeezing the other candidates out like a boa constrictor from any media coverage.
There's a definite proportional relationship. There's a definite proportional relationship to the amount of media coverage that Donald Trump receives to the sustaining of his poll numbers, and based on the foundation of his celebrity.
But whose fault is that?
You guys are... Oh, listen, you guys have chosen to allow Donald Trump to drive the story. That's fine. That's your prerogative. But at some point, you have to get him out of his fortress of solitude in Trump Tower and ask him to start answering real questions, rather than just having him filibuster and bluster about, number one in the polls.
Robert, before you go in, I have to say this to Rick. If Jeb Bush or any of the other candidates chose to call in on this network, we would allow them. We have asked for them all. Many of them turn us down. When we ask Donald Trump, he says yes. We put him on television. If they want to be on television, then say yes and come on.
Let's see what I can do for you on that.
Okay, great. We would love it. Go ahead.
Well, what you see when you're looking at this as a reporter, I just talked to Chuck Laudner. He's running Trump's Iowa operation. They have people across the state, 99 counties, bringing people who aren't usually caucus goers into Trump's camp. That's why his numbers are so strong in Iowa. And you think just in terms of infrastructure, if you take away the media celebrity, on the ground in Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, his people, Trump's people, believe he can get a bounce in Iowa, maybe not win New Hampshire, but go into South Carolina. Newt Gingrich won it last time as a warrior against the media. The viability becomes more present. It's a long way away, though. That's the only caution Trump people always say. It's only August.
Yeah, so neurosurgeon Ben Carson follows Trump with 14%, bumping Scott Walker to third place with 9%. Texas Senator Ted Cruz follows at 8%. Businesswoman Carly Fiorina, former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, both at 7%. Jeb Bush, Rand Paul, Marco Rubio, 5%. I mean, Rick, what do you find most surprising about this poll? I find Carly Fiorina a bit surprising since the numbers were different. She was in the second tier debate last time.
Look, Carly Fiorina has clearly sustained a major bump. In fact, Nate Cohn in the New York Times today went through the 7 previous polls prior to your guys tonight. The 7 previous polls, and she was the only candidate who gained in every single of the 7 surveys. In fact, in the 7 surveys prior to yours tonight, Donald Trump lost position in 5 of the 7. He gained in 2 and lost in 5. So Fiorina and Rubio and Carson were the group that sustained or increased, and Trump, Walker, etc. were in the lower tier of the surveys of the last 7 surveys before yours tonight.
Okay.
So look, this still, as Robert said, we're 171 days, I believe it is, till the Iowa caucuses. It's many a slip between the cup and the lip.
Let's talk about the Democrats, okay? Maria, this is for you. This is a CNN ORC poll, likely Democratic caucus scores. Hillary still has a lead here, 50%, but Sanders is at 31. Another poll out shows that she's actually showed Bernie Sanders leading her in New Hampshire. Why is Hillary Clinton climbing? Why is Bernie climbing? Excuse me.
Well, I think Bernie is frankly speaking to a part of the Democratic Party who has a lot of enthusiasm for the policies that he's talking about, the progressive left. Clearly, this was a piece of the electorate that the Clinton campaign knew was going to be focused on another candidate, not Hillary Clinton. At one point, if you remember, everyone thought it might be Elizabeth Warren. It wasn't Elizabeth Warren. Bernie Sanders jumped in, and so he has kind of taken that mantle, and he's running with it, which I frankly think is great. The Clinton campaign has always planned for this. They have baked this into their strategy. They did not want this to be a coronation. They wanted this to be a competition. It makes Hillary Clinton a much better candidate. And so I think that the more that Bernie Sanders is out there talking about these issues, which,
Rick
by
is
the
not
way,
buying it. I don't know if Robert is.
I hear it. But by the way, Hillary Clinton is also talking about those issues. You're going to see a very competitive Democratic primary, which is great for the process, great for the voters. But look at Hillary Clinton's fundamentals. She is by far and away in the best position of any presidential candidate right now, Democrat or Republican.
She is, but she keeps losing ground the longer this goes on. Bernie Sanders is drawing huge crowds. He doesn't have nearly the money or the machine that Hillary Clinton does. That has to be concerning, doesn't it, Robert?
It does. I mean, all these Democratic activists I see across the country on the campaign trail, they're really thinking about what does the Democratic Party want to be post-Obama? They want it to be more liberal.
Okay. That's it, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. See you soon. Coming
Thanks,
up,
Don.
Donald Trump says he's really, really rich, but you can get a little piece of him.